Hey everybody, Black Clover here. Today I want to talk to you about women chasing the next high. Okay? So, what I'm trying to tell you is women are always chasing the next high. So, the point of that is when they tell you that they're in love and they love you very much and they care for you and they have all these different feelings towards you, they're not they're not necessarily lying, but they're just feeling all those things at the moment. This is why you can never make a woman happy. Because yes, you can make her happy temporarily, right? But it's not going to last. It is not going to last, and you will learn. So if and this video is going to be all over the place. You know, it's yeah, there is a topic to this video, but I just want to get this off my chest. So a lot of MGTOW, they now they get into these temporary situations with women, right? They get girlfriends that that they only see for maybe 1 or 2 years, and then when the women become bitchy, they throw them away, they give them up, right? The only downside to that I can think of is it's risky, right? It's very risky because they can accuse you of sexual harassment and rape and all that shit. But what I want to tell you is when you're dating a woman temporarily, you as a man, you can fall in love with her, right? Because that's how we're programmed. But these women, they want to they're when they're chasing a feeling, and that is a very dangerous way to live, gentlemen, because feelings change. They change in one day, in a few hours. Like, I remember I was happy a few days ago. I was happy in the morning, right? Because I got a really good grade on my assignment, one of my assignments. But then that afternoon, I realized that my refrigerator was not working properly. So I was upset. I was mad. So within a few hours, I went from being really happy because, I accomplished something to really upset. Now imagine that, but multiply it times 10 and on a daily basis. That is a woman. It is honestly so hard to imagine at first. Even me, I'm still coming to grips with it, you know? I'm still trying to understand how that is because technically they are adults, even though their minds are not adults. It's why are they like that? It's amazing, but it is what it is. You have to accept it, right? So if you one day decide to go back to dating, right? If you one day say, hey, you know what? I'm MGTOW, I'm red pilled, I know my shit. I'm not gonna get attached. I know she's just chasing a high. Just be careful because she's looking at you as an amusement park. That is actually a really really good example, guys. Imagine when you go to Disney World. I went to Disney World a few years ago with some family, and the first day or two was the best. It was you got that feeling, right? That feeling when you arrive and you're just looking at all the different places and you're like, oh man, this is awesome. This is so wonderful. You're getting all the rides. But by the third or fourth day, you're like, it starts to get boring, doesn't it? Even the scariest ride in Disney World, after you ride it for a few days, it's not scary anymore. It is so boring. It feels boring. And that's what you are to a woman, guys. That is what you are to a woman. you're an amusement park, you're Disney World. And as long as you spend the money and you entertain her, she's gonna enjoy it and she's gonna have fun with you for a limited amount of time, for maybe a few weeks or a few months. But then she's gonna look for other rides. And I told you this, gentleman, in the past that women have an unlimited number of options, right? They do. Women have an unlimited number of options. So what that means is once they have a few a few weeks with you, they're gonna get bored. Even you, Mr. MGTOW, think about it. If you're fucking this attractive woman, this really good looking woman, you will get bored with her after some time, after a few weeks. And now imagine you have a bunch, like you can go on a dating app and just like, it's like picking out clothes. You're like, oh, I want that one. And you can have it special delivered to your place. It's like that for them. Why would they wear the same clothes every single day when they can wear a brand new outfit daily? Why would they want to do that? Unfortunately, that is what it is. I know we men, we don't want to see the world like that, but that is what we are to them. We are a piece of clothing that they can replace us and change us with a different piece of clothing. Let me tell you guys something. There was a woman where she it was last year, and boy, like, she came over to my, after talking to her on the phone for a few minutes. I convinced her to come over to my place, and we had, honestly, probably that was probably one of the best times, one of the best sex I've ever had, because we went at it all day long, guys, all day long. After we replenished our energy, we went at it again, and she was freaky, guys. Like, she like, I'm just like chilling there, like when I'm taking a break and watching TV, and she would just like start sucking my dick. Like, it was like, she was spontaneous. That's what it is, right? So a lot of women, they want you to make all the moves and they want you to do everything, but this woman, she would just like get freaky and do everything herself. Like, and I like that. I was like, oh wow, this, like, she would just get into all these, sex positions, and she would talk dirty to me, and that was awesome. It was like a fantasy, to be honest with you. It was, and from her reaction, she loved it. She, believe me when I tell you, she had the time of her life as well. But here's the thing. After that day, I tried to get back with her again, and she would not. She responded to my texts, but she just made excuses. I tried like 2 or 3 times to get back with her, to get her to come over. I wasn't dating her, but she was just like a fuck buddy. But guess what? She made excuses, and we never, unfortunately, she never came over. But I know exactly why that is, because she has hundreds of options. I'm just one guy. She want to try different guys, different flavors. So no matter how much I made her orgasm, no matter how much fun she had, she didn't want to wear the same clothes twice. That is unfortunately what it is, guys. That is unfortunately what it is. It's she and I kind of don't blame them, because honestly, if I was in that position, and if I could fuck a different woman every day, hell, I would. I would. Why not? It's I'm not gonna go back to the same woman, especially if I can get a different woman. That's like the fantasy for most men. I mean, be real, right? So, but the difference is, like I said, we men, we actually have the ability to fall in love with them, and once we fall in love with them, we form an attachment with them, and then we want to take care of them and be there for them and sacrifice for them. That sacrificial love I talked about in the past. They don't have that capability. They don't have the capability of falling in love with us and being attached to us, and then just wanting to be with us for the rest of their lives. Forget them taking care of us. That's not going to happen. They don't Women do not sacrifice for men. That's impossible. That's not female love. However, we don't want them to sacrifice for us, do we? I mean, we kind of do, but we'll be happy if they just stay loyal and just stick around and just have sex with us. And that's all we're asking for. But that's not what it is, guys. So the point of this video, gentlemen, is women are just chasing the next high. So if you the key for us men is to not get attached. Once we get attached to them, we're gonna go through depression. We'll be depressed, we'll be sad, we will fall in hard times. It's gonna be tough because recovery, and then we'll go through the whole red pill grief cycle again, depression and anger, and that is a horrible experience, guys. I went through that shit once after my breakup, and it takes a long time to completely go over the red pill grief cycle and to finally accept your situation and move forward. It took me over a year, guys. It's not a fun experience. You go through a roller coaster of emotions, but the problem is nature programmed us to be attached to women, so it is hard for us to not get attached, right? When you meet a beautiful woman and she's doing her chameleon shit that she always does, and she's pretending to be the sweet, lovely woman that cares for you, your mind is like, being controlled. It feels like you're being controlled, and it feels like you're falling for her, and that is out of your control when you're falling in love with her. So that is why, guys, I just completely, if I have a fuck buddy or friends with benefits, I do not get emotional. I used to. I do not get attached. I have a way of never getting close. Like I told you, I'm from a third world country, right? I visited my home country, the third world country last year, and there was a woman there that was trying very hard to make me fall in love with her, and she could tell. And I went out with her a few times. We made out and all that shit, but she could tell that I wasn't falling for her. Like, she could tell because I wasn't fawning over her. I was not worshiping the ground she walks on. I was not kissing up to her. She could tell, and she was trying so hard to be a Nawalt. She was trying to virtue signal and be virtuous and tell me what a good Christian girl she is, and just trying to be the girl next door, the sweet girl. But I was MGTOW at that time. That would have worked on me so well a long time ago, and I would have fallen for her because her goal was for me to marry her and bring her to the United States. I was so MGTOW that I didn't let my emotions get the better of me. And she even said to me, she said, I feel like you're not really in love with me, because she tried to do that shit. She told me she loved me, and she's like, I love you so much, baby. And I just said it back to her. I don't give a fuck. I was just there visiting. I was like, yeah, I love you too. I was just having fun. But she could tell. She told me, she's like, I can tell you're not really in love with me. And the key is to just on the surface, pretend you're in love with them, pretend you're going along with the ride, but do not ever let her in your heart, okay? Because once you do, it is game over, man. Game over, because you're just a resource to her. Rihanna said, all I see is signs, all I see is dollar signs, and she's right. They're telling you, guys, they're fucking telling you what they want. They just want dollar signs. You're just a dollar sign to her. Okay? Alright, guys. Black Clover again. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.